Around 400 or so of these so-called sanctuary cities across the US, many of them in big left-leaning states, places like Boston, Seattle, here in New York City in particular. And officials here in New York and in many of those cities aren't allowed to inquire into anyone's immigration status as part of their duties. That includes law enforcement and police. Now, Mr. Trump says those kind of practices put Americans at risk. He says any illegal immigrants who've been arrested or convicted of crimes, or even if they don't end up being convicted, should be held by the city and then deported. This executive order would have tied billions of dollars of funding to the use of sanctuary city policies and withheld funding if indeed those policies were implemented. The administration argued, well, it was actually only funding related to law enforcement, and in any case it wasn't that much funding, but the judge said no, actually it was significant amounts and only Congress should be able to direct that kind of spending. This is only a temporary injunction until the judge has time to write a broader ruling on the constitutionality of this particular case. But for now, it does put that executive order that Donald Trump issued in January in limbo, and it does apply nationwide. The White House, though, has already said it's going to appeal against this, and Donald Trump's White House Chief of Staff, Reince Priebus, has said that this is an example of the Ninth Circuit going bananas. That is a reference to the San Francisco court involved, which many conservatives often accuse of being too liberal. And the White House press secretary has also just put out a statement on this, saying that the rule of law has suffered another blow because, he said, once again, a single district judge has ignored federal immigration law to set a new policy for the entire country. And he's saying this is once again because, of course, this comes after Mr. Trump's two executive orders attempting to ban travel for people from various Muslim-majority countries were blocked by federal courts as well. Now, the Trump administration says they're confident that ultimately they will prevail in the Supreme Court on this case. And it's interesting, they're already talking about the Supreme Court. That suggests that they know that the particular judge in this case, William Orrick, is already likely to rule against them when this comes to the full case. And therefore, it's likely to go all the way to the highest court in the land here in the US.